tougher game today.
We've got a lot of injuries, a lot of players probably who played that game who can't play today.
Be a draw.
We're trying to think who's going to play left back, to be honest. I think it'll be maybe a stroppy 1-0, 2-0 England. Maybe they may score 2-1. I'd like 2-1 England.
Yeah, about right.
Yeah. 100%.
Not in Southgate's mind. I think he's very settled. I think he likes who he likes, doesn't he? He likes Phillips, and he keeps playing Henderson because he thinks he's going to play him. Otherwise, there's no point in. He'll play. Not that I agree, but I don't think Southgate's got many decisions to make.
He's not front 11. It's who's going to come as well. Because let's be perfectly honest, Kane's the number one, isn't it? It's who's number two really. Because like I said, Wilson's out. So he needs to put a stamper on tonight to say, I'm here, Gareth.
Yeah, that's right, got a point to prove, yeah.
It all depends if we play how we played against Malta. If we play how we played against Malta, then 1 or 2-0 will do it, I would have said. Yeah, but I mean, the job's already been done, and I think it was just a case of trying out a few different players, different formation, but it weren't a very good spectacle. It was probably one of the worst games I've seen England play since we played at Wolves prior to the... When was that? God, I can't even remember, yeah. That was dreadful. But it's hard to tell because when you think he's got a settled 11, he changes it. But, I think people like Sterling will still be there. I think Dunk could well be one of the starters for next for the tournament. So, he's going to try a few young uns just in case there's a diamond comes through. But I think he can anyway. I think it's a shame he's not had a run in the team, to be honest. Because when you think, is he not the top English goal scorer in the Premier League at the minute? And for him to not even get a shot, I think is a shame. So yeah, bring him in, and if he replicates his club form, gets a goal, maybe gets 2 goals, who knows? It could stand him in good stead for next year.
Yeah, it didn't really work, did it? And he's struggling at the back with the full-backs in particular. But yeah, you just kind of feel like it needs freshening up a little bit, and if that means bringing in some of the fringe players, then maybe give them an opportunity. Yeah. And so I'm not confident that, irrespective of how good some players are playing, or how much good form some players are in, that they'll get the opportunity to break through for the tournament next summer. Predictions for tonight, I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be tighter. I think we'll take any win. Should be by a couple of goals realistically, but I think they'll nick one as well. So I'm going 3-1.
I think it'll be a lot tighter because I think we've not got the players at our disposal. I think he will mix it up as well. So I think you'll get people like Rico Lewis's will probably get a run out. It wouldn't shock me if, say, Cole Palmer went from the start. And likewise, like my dad said, I think they'll nick one. So I think I'd probably be inclined to go higher than my dad. So I don't think it'll be 3-1, but I think 4 or 5. But I definitely think they'll score. I'd like to think that if they're playing to a standard which would warrant them being on the plane, that they would get on the plane. But I do think that he does seem to be quite set in his ways, and I think the squad he picked for this round of internationals sort of confirms that. I'm not a massive fan of Watkins, if I'm being absolutely honest, but I think tonight, when you're already qualified, we're already seeded, it wouldn't make sense to not give a player like him a chance.
I don't think so. I think they may make a few changes. I think it may be 1 or 2-0. It is the last game of the campaign. Qualification's already wrapped up, so I think there may be a few changes. I can't see the 6 or 7 like the first game back in Manchester now. I think there is. I think there's maybe a few people with kind of question marks over them. Henderson's obviously a big one in terms of the Saudi move. Another 9 or 10 months down the line in terms of the Euros, will he be picked? Not overly sure. A few things in terms of the goalkeeping. Obviously Ramsdale's a big one. Lost his place at Arsenal. And then obviously in terms of the Harry Kane backup, you're looking round if he gets injured at the end of the season, who's going to be the understudy? Yes, hopefully, I would like it for him to get a full 90 minutes, Watkins. I think the fact that they played Harry Kane 90 minutes against Malta, I think they may rest him this evening, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Watkins gets the 90 minutes, gets a couple of goals, and then he's in terms of the understudy for Kane.